Former South African leader Jacob Zuma's release soon led to protests. Jacob Zuma, who was ousted in 2017, was jailed in July for refusing to comply with an order from South Africa's highest court to appear before a judicial investigation into allegations of deep-seated corruption. During his 9 years in power, the jailing of the former president was a major victory for his successor, Cyril Ramaphosa, leader of the moderate and pragmatic faction of the ruling African National Congress Party. Former South African leader Jacob Zuma was released from prison due to ill health. Jacob Zuma, the former president of South Africa, has been released from prison citing ill health after serving a 15-month prison sentence of fewer than 2 months for contempt of court. The decision to free Zuma is likely to cause widespread anger and further concern about the rule of law in South Africa. It would also strengthen accusations that the ANC, which has been in power since 1994, systematically prioritizes its own interests over the interests of the nation. The court's decision against Zuma led to the most violent incident since the apartheid regime ended 27 years ago. Investigators believe the wave of looting and demonstrations, which killed more than 200 people and caused massive damage across the country, was deliberately incited as part of a broader strategy by political supporters. Government to force an amnesty for Zuma, or even the collapse of the current government. Hundreds of shops were looted, factories were destroyed, warehouses were razed, clinics were vandalized, and ports were disabled. Official statements have emphasized that the former president, 79, is being treated like any other citizen. Mr. Zuma's medical parole means he will complete the remainder of his sentence in the community corrections system, under which he is subject to certain conditions and will be subject to supervision, quote, until the end of his prison term, a statement from the Correctional Services Department said. An armed policeman near Durban. South African leaders fear a new wave of violence by Zuma loyalists. The ministry spokesman, Xolani said that Zuma is still at the hospital but can go home to continue receiving medical care. He did not give details about Zuma's illness, his parole status, or whether his health has deteriorated since the surgery. Last week, a trial of Zuma on corruption charges dating back to the 1990s was postponed again because of the former president's claims of poor health. Zuma supporters say the anti-apartheid fighter was the victim of a witch hunt orchestrated by political opponents. A spokesman for the Jacob Zuma Foundation, Xolani, said they welcomed the amnesty panel's decision and that a more detailed statement would be released after consultations with Zuma's legal team.